Making the food in the nude. No, please don't be naked. That's weird and illegal. Making the food. Grab some lube. No, why would you need fucking lube? Sorry guys, just enjoy this. Let's do this thing. What's up, you butts? I'm a big deal now, so I've upgraded a few things. Welcome to my second camera. As you can tell by my offensive hand gestures, we're making meatballs today. Or as they say in Italy, polpette. Pol meaning meat, and pette, which are the animals you keep at home. Jokes aside, you need two different types of meat. And I've got equal parts beef and lamb. Beef brings that sort of meaty quality, while lamb has the fat and the flavor. Please get at least 20% fat, that is non negotiable. For the marinade, it starts with a panade, for which you'll need bread. I'll explain later what a panade is, but I've got cubed country loaf here. But keep in mind that you can use pretty much any sort of bread. Then it's the usual suspects: parsley, a white onion, or any onion really, it's 2020. Then some parmesan, which, if you can get the good stuff, please do. Garlic, and this is soft ricotta cheese, and you basically need to sort of drop it into a bowl and work it over with a spoon, so it's sort of like whipped cream cheese essentially. Don't drop it directly from the box into the meat, please. And finally, some pre-made tomato sauce. You can use canned if you want, but you don't want. Make it yourself. A panada is essentially a starch, more often than not bread, combined with a liquid, in our case, cream. When you pour the cream over the bread, you can't just leave it to sit like that. You really have to get your hands in there and make sure that it's mixed in and absorbs well. Marinade. Flex. For the garlic, get about six cloves, and this is totally optional, but I just like to soften them in olive oil ever so slightly. It just sort of sweetens the flavor a bit. Okay, to finish off the marinade, go ahead and grab your food processor. And don't worry, if you don't have a food processor, remember, you can always do this by going to someone's house who has a food processor. For the first round of blitzing, put your parsley, garlic, onions, and salt and let it all go till it sort of forms a paste. It doesn't really have to be very smooth, but we don't want chunks either. So once the panada has been sitting for about 15 to 20 minutes at least, drop it into the processor with the parsley, onions, garlic, and let it form the final paste. Now is when you can also do your check for seasoning and adjust it accordingly. But keep in mind, you still need to add the parmesan, which is quite salty. Oh, but wait, Borat, where's the parmesan? Transition time. It's something about the girl that just makes my head wanna twirl. Mike sing. So the sun went down and the stars came out. That's why the lighting looks different. Get over it. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to play with your meat, although I normally charge extra for that sort of thing. Find the biggest bowl you have, drop your meat in, add your marinade, your ricotta, your parmesan, all of that at the beginning, and only then start mixing. We're not doing this in stages. Your only goal here is to not overwork the meat. But guys, I know we've been taught otherwise, huh? Come on. Come on, Karim, show me how you hit it, huh? Yes, nice. I'd like to take a second to remind you that I'm almost 30, but I still found this next part hilarious. Just sort of dunk your balls in. Your fingers, not balls. Don't dunk your ball. Okay. Okay, so here's the setup I'm working with. I've got a little bowl of water here to dip my fingers so the meat won't stick to them. So what you're looking for is to roll them into sort of 50 to 75 gram balls, depending on how big you like them. Don't. Under this tray here, I've got a scale, but you can eyeball it if you want. Huh? Okay. When you're rolling these, make sure you aren't packing them or pressing them really tight because it makes them dense and chewy instead of pillowy and sexy. You got to use the crook of your hand where the base of your fingers and the top of your palm meet to sort of lightly roll them around. Don't apply any pressure because you don't actually need it. Just go round and round and it eventually forms a perfect meatball. And as they say in Italy, Eureka, which comes from the adjective to stink. So don't forget to do a little tester to check for the seasoning because you can adjust the salt levels later on. So fry off a little bit and taste it. Jesus, finally, let's make this. Tomato sauce in. Now, look, I know this is controversial, but trust me, do not brown them or fry them off first. Into the sauce with the lid on it for about 18 to 20 minutes on a low simmer. It's all you need to do. And there you go, guys. You're welcome in advance, by the way. Now, look, I like to finish these with fresh parsley and a pretty heavy dusting of parmesan. Okay, I didn't drop anything. Shut up. You didn't see that. And that's pretty much it, guys. Serve up and enjoy them. Before I leave, guys, I'd like to take a second to thank my friend Varun for this. And by this, I mean this montage of horrendous videography. Wow, this is amazing, Varun. Thank you for this. Super shot.
Oh wait, I should do everything. None of it was in focus.
Thanks for watching, guys. Comment down below what you'd like to see so I can ignore you because you're not the boss of me.